Hello there. Welcome back to Grade Cove Business Studies. In this video, we want to look at a common test of March 2023. So we are going to look at a question paper from KwaZulu-Natal province, and we are going to look at section B, that is our question 3 on section B. So this question is on business operations, and we are going to start on 3.1, which is state and for reasons for the termination of an employment contract. So we are going to come up with the reasons for the termination of employment contract. So remember, an employment contract is a contract that involves the employer and the employee. So obviously, they are the two that are involved, two parties that are involved in terms of an employment contract. So when it comes to an end, that's when we have the termination taking place. So what can be the reasons? We can raise different reasons due to that. It might be a retrenchment whereby we are saying is the removal of employees typically maybe due to economic reasons like company restructuring. It might be also due to measures or we can it can be a reason for cost cutting. So basically, that's suppose the issue of retrenchment, and also another reason that we can try to raise is also maybe the termination is coming due to a dismissal that is taking place, and then it can also be a reason of mutual agreement between the employer and the employee. So basically, that's those are some of the reasons that we can try to bring, and then we see that our question requires 4 reasons. So we go to our other section to see some of the reasons that we have stated there. So we have dismissal is one of the reasons. We have also retrenchment. We have also retirement, also resignation. Redundancy, mutual agreement, and the continuation of the employment contract. Maybe that is ended, and then we've got incapacity. So basically, those are the reasons that we have. But our question obviously requires us to raise 4, so we can pick 4 from the ones that we are given there. So we go to our next question, which is outline the legal requirements of an employment contract. So what are the rules that guides an employment contract? So obviously, for it to be an employment contract, both parties should have agreed that they should have agreed on the terms and conditions of that contract. So basically, this is also a legal requirement that is required. So basically, let's go again to our answer section and try to see in terms of the legal requirements that we have. We have got the first one saying the employer and the employee must both sign the contract, and then the employer and the employee must agree to any changes to the contract. So if there are any changes that needs to be done, they should all agree. Then no party may unilaterally change aspects of the employment contract. So terms of the employment contract cannot be changed at will at any time without the consent of both parties. So basically, that's what we have. The next, the remuneration package, including benefits, must clearly be indicated. Obviously, that's what we have on that one. And going back to our question, you see that our question has got, if we check the number of marks, it's got 4 marks. So obviously, we can try to raise 4 points there in terms of and the legal requirements of employment contract. So basically, if you look at the next one, it's saying it may not contain any requirements that are in conflict with the BCEA. So it doesn't have to go against the BCEA. So basically, that's what we have. And then remember, our question only requires 4 points, so we can see that we have almost 5 that we raised there. So we have got other points that we can try to look at that are given in our other sections that we can also include, which are going down up to the last point. So any point that we have there can be marked correct. So basically, that's what we have. So going to our next question, which is now question 3.3. It reads the scenario below and read the scenario below and answer the questions that follow. Then we are given obviously a scenario of Nazarene Legal Services, which is NLS, and then it reads Nazarene Legal Services conducted an induction program for its new employees. The program included the tour of the premises and overview of the business. New employees were familiarized with organizational structure of the business. So I believe that these are called 2 aspects of induction for the scenario above. So basically, induction, obviously, the induction that is being in discussion there, it's job induction, obviously. And we know that job induction is a process of welcoming new employees to a workplace that is helping them settle down into their new roles. So at the end of the day, you would see that it's an onboarding process. So basically, the question now is asking us for two aspects of induction that are stated in the scenario that we are given there. But we can see that we have the issue of uh, the program, go to the second sentence, it reads that the program included the tour of the premises and overview of the business. So obviously, we can try to include that as the aspects of induction, whereby we have the tour of the premises and overview of the business. So we have those responses stated on the answer section. That is our 3.3.1, whereby we have got tour of premises and overview of the business. So this is what we have. And we'll go to the next part of the question, which is say, discuss the benefits of induction to NLS. So what are the benefits of induction? Obviously, when you talk about induction, the benefits are that it makes a worker or employee to familiarize himself or herself with the environment, the working environment that is there. So basically, that becomes a benefit of induction. So it also makes the employee familiarize with the safety and regulation procedures in the working place that obviously the worker is. So this is what we have. So we go to our other section, try to see the benefits of induction that are stated there. So we see that we have got many of them that are stated there. And the first one, it says it increases quality of performance or productivity. Obviously, when the worker is familiarized, obviously the performance is going to be a better performance because the worker can quickly adjust to the environment. So basically, that's what we have. Second point is saying allows the employees to settle in quickly and work effectively. It also ensures that new employees understand the rules and restrictions in the business. And we have got another point which says employees will be familiar with organizational structures, for example, who are their supervisor, they are given an example of a low-level manager. So this is what we. So going back to our question, you would see that our question has got 6 marks, and obviously we are looking at least 3 points on that question. So we have other points that we can also include there that are listed there that we can also try to look at and include them. So this is what we have. Then go to the next question that we have, which is now our 3 points. 3.4, which is saying evaluate the impact of fringe benefits on business. Evaluate the impact of fringe benefits on businesses. So obviously, we need to understand exactly what are fringe benefits. So fringe benefits, we would see that these are additions of compensation that companies give their employees. So remember, the compensation that is given to employees by employers include salaries and wages. But if there's any addition on top of that that is being given now, obviously it becomes a fringe benefit. So the question is saying, what is the impact of fringe benefits on business? So obviously, the impact is that it's going to have a positive effect on the performance of the business because it's coming as a motivational way. As the workers are receiving those fringe benefits, they're going to be motivated. Obviously, they are going to increase their productivity. So that's how we can try to explain that one. And we see that our question has got 4 marks also. So we are saying at least 2 points can be raised there. So we go to our answer section, try to see in terms of the responses that we are given. So you would see that. So you would see that our question is saying evaluate. So obviously you can come up with advantages and disadvantages of fringe benefits. So basically that's how we're going to evaluate. So we try to go to another section, try to see how what we have in terms of advantages and disadvantages in terms of our fringe benefits. So this on the first part we've got positives, which are advantages. And the first positive that we have is that it improves productivity, resulting in a higher profitability also, may result in attractive fringe benefit packages, may result in higher employee retention and reduces employee turnover. Employee turnover is saying the rate at which employees are coming and leaving the workplace. So basically, If we have got fringe benefits, attractive fringe benefits that we have at our workplace, we are not going to see workers leaving the workplace. They're going to stay there for a longer time. So basically, it reduces employee turnover. Then we go to the next point: attracts qualified or skilled or experienced employees who may positively contribute towards the business goals or objectives. Obviously, better fringe benefits. Obviously, they attract more qualified and skilled workers. So this is what we have. And then the next one, it increases employee satisfaction or loyalty, as they may be willing to go the extra mile. Obviously, and we have that again. And then businesses are save money as benefits are tax deductible. So it's a tax deductible. In other words, we are saying it becomes input tax, which is going to reduce the amount of tax payable to SARS. So basically, that's what we have. Last point, the same field benefits can be used as a leverage for salary negotiations. So these are some of the positives that we can try to bring in. But remember, I was saying, our question is saying evaluate. So we are going to look at on the other side or on the other hand, whereby we are now looking at negatives or disadvantages. So going to the last part of negatives or disadvantages, according to fringe benefits, you see that the first point is saying businesses who cannot offer fringe benefits fail to attract skilled workers, which is very, very clear. And then second one, it can create conflict or lead to corruption if allocated unfair. So you'd see that at the end of the day, if we have got corrupt management that we have in the working place, obviously we are going to say we see unfair treatment in terms of how these fringe benefits are allocated, which is going to maybe lead to conflicts, and these conflicts might cascade to affect even the productivity of those workers. So basically, that's what we have. Then we've got our next one saying fringe benefits and additional costs that may result in cash flow problems. Obviously, they need to be funded, those fringe benefits, and the business has to fund those fringe benefits, which might negatively affect the profit making of the business. Obviously, that's what we have. And then next one is saying errors or mistakes in benefit plans may lead to costly lawsuits and legal regulatory fines. So again, if we make some errors in terms of those plans, and then we have some charges in terms of lawsuits or regulatory fines, it's going to be more costly now to the business, and which is a negative. So we have other points that we can also try to go through, which are also correct, which we can include on this part. So basically, this was the last part on our question 3. So please, let's not forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing the core business studies. More typical examination questions will be uploaded on this channel. So let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm signing out.